Hello folks, it's Anahita Rao, and I wanted to speak about something a bit lighter today, more fun. I think we've been too serious recently because there's just so much going on, and we're all hearing all the sort of the negative news and the doom and gloom. So I thought, let me do a series of something a bit more fun, a bit more light, and I'm going to do this over the next few days, and I'll sort of post it one by one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each nakshatra, all 27 of them, and I'm going to talk about compatibility for each of them. Yeah. We all know relationship compatibility is a very popular topic, and it's much more complex than just looking at the moon placement. But the moon placement, and more importantly the nakshatra placement of the moon, is the key to understanding compatibility. So first I'm going to just talk a little bit about what is a nakshatra for those who are new to Vedic astrology. The heart of Vedic astrology is in fact nakshatras. Originally Jyotish was focused on nakshatras only, which is the movement of the moon through the constellations, rather than the sign, which is the movement of the sun. Nakshatra is basically a fixed star constellation in the sky where the planets are transiting. I would describe it. I would describe nakshatras as a passive but potent force, which need the planets to activate them. Yeah. So it's vital to note the nakshatra placement, as this will reveal the inner motivation and the attributes of the planets that reside there or transit there. In fact, the calculations and predictions in Vedic astrology are made from the vantage point of the moon transiting a specific nakshatra at the time of your birth. The controlling planet of the nakshatra must be seen for its impact, as well as the deity that rules the nakshatra, to assess the entire situation and to see what's going on. Okay, so back to the topic at hand. We're going to look at nakshatra compatibility and see your best match from your moon sign. If you don't know where your moon was situated when you were born, then you can go to the chart calculator on my website, which is there for free, and you plug in your details. It should pop up with your moon's nakshatra. Remember, this is the sidereal system, so it may place your moon in a different sign altogether from the tropical or the western placement. And for those who are watching all of the nakshatra videos, please note that this little intro will be repeated in all of the videos. Yeah, one more final thing I wanted to say about compatibility is that when it comes to looking for a match, this is just sort of a common sense thing, I guess, but it's very important. Please see goodness where it lies, rather than hoping for goodness where it does not exist. Yeah. We're all guilty of being with people that are not good to us or for us, in the hopes that they will be someday. So just don't get caught up in that illusion. Yeah. Astrology can, remember, astrology can only guide us, but we make the final call. Yeah. Okay, so let's get started with the nakshatra compatibility videos. Yeah. Alright, so let's talk about KRITTIKA. KRITTIKA, your ideal life partner is Parani, and your most challenging life partners are Rohini and Uttarabhadrapada. So let's get into this. Kritika and Ashwini. Ashwini, you find them adventurous and exciting, and they enjoy the chase, and they'll cut through your defenses quite easily. If the attraction survives the initial passion, you can enjoy a loving relationship. Both of you are a little bit commitment phobic and can't seem to talk about love openly. Kritika and Bharani. Bharani fascinates you. You may be uncertain that such a sensuous person is interested in you. The clever Bharani will break through your barriers and expose your emotions and your needs. You don't like their possessiveness, but your love for them helps you deal with it. Kritika with another Kritika. You recognize a soulmate here. There's commitment, there's loyalty, there's identical attitudes to love and to sex and to sensuality, which create a very powerful bond. But this can also split you apart. The high compatibility rating suggests that most of you can overcome difficulties, though, caused by your similarities. Kritika and Rohini. You'll be attracted to Rohini's vulnerability, but their unrealistic approach to love can unsettle you. You feel unsure and you're not able to trust them fully. This usually makes you seek refuge among your friends, and they can in turn become very possessive when you do that and quite emotional. Kritika and Rikshara, you enjoy arguing, debating every aspect of life, and so do they. They're very fiery and opinionated. Both of you are passive nakshatras, and you may not make any effort to take the relationship further. So one of you needs to be decisive. Kritika and Ardra, this relationship has potential for excitement, but it gets into a rut of mediocrity as both of you are afraid to trust and express your emotions. For this relationship to flourish, you need to be unconventional, because after all, we're talking about Ardra here. Kritika and Punarvasu. Punarvasu's charm and wisdom attracts you. They need you to be their rock, someone to come home to between the travels. But are you able to accept such a tenuous relationship? You cover up your feelings by being overly possessive. Their need for flexibility and your need for commitment can pull you apart. Kritika and Pushya, this is your best sexual partner. Pushya love you through thick and thin, and you'll feel secure and comfortable in loving them back. Kritika and Ashlisha, mystical, independent, fiery Ashlisha, fascinate you. You can be jealous of the very things that attracted you to them initially. You can make the relationship unnecessarily complicated, not the best fit. Kritika and Magha, you don't trust each other enough. Magha hide their insecurities behind a facade of confidence and arrogance, and so do you. Magha can make you feel unwanted and rejected at times, but they can only do so if you talk to them and connect to their inner being rather than the image that they project. So if you want to keep Magha around, then you have to be very open with your feelings. Kritika and Purva Falguni, you can be too puritanical for the fun-loving Purva Falguni. Neither of you will make the effort to make the first date. A relationship can survive if you come out of your shell and they stay home a lot more. If they do, be sure to appreciate them. Kritika and Uttara Falguni, you're both ruled by the sun, warm, caring, and loving. You need to be loved and appreciated, but you find yourself always making an effort and never receiving enough from them in return. Kritika and Hasta. You find Hasta's emotions hard to deal with. They're needy, and the more they cling to you, the more you distance yourself. Being romantic with them, giving them more attention will work very well. So I'd say love them a little bit more and they will love you back tenfold. Kritika and Chitra. Confident Chitra always makes the effort to bring you out of yourself. You admire them and you love them. The passion is fiery and it's exciting. Do not try to test their loyalty too much. They may move on rather than pass your tests. So then both of you will lose out. Kritika and Swati. A sexual chemistry can bring you together, but lack of trust can drive you apart. you may feel critical of the way they live their life. You need to realize that there are ways different from yours. Don't build up silent barriers, and I would say appreciate their differences. Kritika and Vishaka, you have the ability to hurt each other's, as yours is a very spiritually challenging relationship. Your emotional storms create greater problems. Jealousy, anger, restlessness can make this relationship a trial you have to go through before you can find happiness. Kritika and Anuradha. Anuradha are so different from you. They seem to be more serious and pragmatic until you discover their inner vulnerability and their deep romanticism. Their capacity to love you unconditionally creates an unbreakable bond. And they tend to need love a lot, and sometimes you can find them to be too needy. Kritika and Jaisa, this is your best relationship. Jaisa will inspire you, they bring fun into your life. They appear far more experienced, so they may make you come out of your shell as well. You're happy to fulfill their demands, and they do the same for you. Love, happiness, and security are the key to success for this relationship. Kritika and Mula. You may distrust each other initially, but once you get closer, you find great qualities in them. Their philosophical nature, their ability to be brave, their freewheeling attitude. You support them and and help them be more rooted, and they'll love you back in their own way. Kritika and Purvashada. This is probably your worst relationship. You don't always know how to react to them. You tend to keep your defenses up. You can never give them your all, knowing on a subliminal level that they can throw it all back at you. Kritika and Uttarashada, same nakshatra ruler, being the sun, creates actually creates a greater distance than it does closeness. Both of you are dominant and strong, usually hide behind many friends, and if they try to get too close, you don't know how to deal with them. You can be lonely together if you're not careful. And Kritika and Shravana, your worst partner due to low compatibility. While you may find them amusing, you soon tire of them because of their emotionalism and their mood swings. They play hot and cold with your emotions as well, so they confuse you with their contrary signals about how they feel about you. Kritika and Dhanishta. Dhanishta want to be in control of the whole seduction, and that suits you fine as you are shy in expressing yourself. They're caring, they're loving, and they believe in equal rights and make strong partners. This is a good relationship. Kritika and Shatabhiksha. There is something about them that you just can't put your finger on. They're elusive and hard to fathom. They can rebuff you with their coldness, but you recognize their vulnerability as well. This makes you quite protective of them, and you start seeing them in a new light. Kritika and Purvabhadrapada. So you appreciate them right from the beginning. You can be good friends as well, but you're unable to talk to them about love. They hardly ever make the first move. So you'll need to get over your shyness and ask for the first date. And you always feel them to be a bit remote and unreachable. Kritika and Uttarabhadrapada, they're forever giving you mixed signals. Don't be put off by their coolness. Take it as a challenge and try to woo them a little bit. They need your appreciation and fondness, and then they will open up to you. And Kritika and Revathi. Revathi are too unrealistic for your liking. They can put you on a pedestal and hope you behave like some demigod. They can make impossible demands on you. You find their need to analyze everything very off-putting. They let you know your shortcomings and usually walk away from them or avoid getting in too deep with them. And so I'd say best partners are Bharani and Jaisa. Maybe easier with Bharani if you're Kritika Aries. Of course, it all depends as well on what else is going on in your chart. Remember, this is just very, very general.